Look at that. Family lawyer saying he's seeing a new trend of the manosphere leading to divorce. Let's go! Look at that, guys. Look at that. Guys, we're winning. We are winning. Let's go. Look at that. Right here, guys. Canadian Broadcasting or whatever. CBC News says specifically, family lawyer says he's seeing new trend of quote-unquote manosphere leading to divorce. Guys, do I need to say this again? Family lawyer says he sees a new trend of manosphere leading to divorce. Let's go! Guys, I'm telling you guys, when I tell you guys, this is why I'm uncharacteristically optimistic when it comes to this. Guys, we're going to win. We are going to win. Us men, we're going to be just fine. We're going to keep winning by just doing what we do already. Look at that. In retrospect, Kenzie Sproat thinks that there were warning signs that all was not well in her year-long relationship. She says her partner, there you go, seemed to shift from a gentleman to someone who controlled and ridiculed her. She says, I'm kind of ashamed, the 23-year-old student says. I totally just listened to him, and then at the end, I was like, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. She first got involved in a long-distance relationship with an American military man a few days ago. She said the red flags popped up in 6 months when he began shaming her over her appearance, blowing up her phone if she didn't respond to his text, and expressing jealousy over her friendships with other men. Look at that! So, guys, you're trying to tell me that he was probably saying that you shouldn't dress like a 304, and how about you not have a bunch of simps and beta male orbiters around you? Right, guys?
Beta!
Look at that! Guys, her boyfriend listens to us. Because, guys, what do we always say? Never date chicks that have a whole bunch of guy friends. Clown world. She realizes now that she didn't see how his behavior started affecting her. I got used to it. I got used to the condescension. And this is her, guys, right? This is her. Look at that, guys. Right there. The blonde. Right there.
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
Right there, guys. Look at that. She thinks that the online content that he consumes, such as Manosphere creators Andrew Tate and Joe Rogan, was part of what shaped his behavior. He would make jokes about how many good points that Top G has, and referred to the kickboxer turned controversial social media influencer who describes himself as a misogynist. When they broke up more than a year later, she only felt fleeting sadness because she had a somewhat masculine man. You know what I mean? Guys, these are the types of chicks who want a guy in uniform. They want a guy who's assertive and dominant, who's going to go out and risk his life for our country, but then will let her do whatever she wants. How does that work? Let her have beta male friends around her. Let her go out and dress like a 304, right? Come on, man. So the next day, I felt physically lighter and I was over it. While Sproat got out of her relationships without headaches or paperwork, not everyone was so lucky. Family lawyer Scott Byers, who's based in Swift Current, Saskatchewan, said he and his colleagues have started seeing some of the factors Sproat described becoming a reason for divorce. Let's go! Let's go! I told you guys, we're winning. We are winning. Let's go! Guys, oftentimes you have guys that are in these relationships and they know something's wrong. I'm not religious, but there's something in their soul that tells them, I'm a simp. My affection and my efforts not being reciprocated, right? Then they hear content like mine. And they're like, wait a minute, something's rotten in Denmark. I am a soldier in the U.S. military. I'm in shape. I'm somewhat of a good guy. What am I dealing with this for? And then they ask for their tick to change, strike one, right? And she says,
how dare you?
Right? So him having boundaries is misogyny. Clown world. Here we go. It started with the cough and couples having diverging views on things like, getting jabbed. But that shifted more recently. As the years have passed since the cough, I'm certainly seeing more clients coming in telling me, my spouse isn't the person that I knew when we met. He puts in his earbuds and he's listening to these podcasts and a lot of thinkers that are associated with the so-called manosphere. I don't know what to do. Look at that. Wire says that he believes the online misogyny feeds a culture of coercion and abuse. Please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Snowboard Colin, man, how do you feel?
She does know what to do.
Yes. Family lawyer says he's seeing a trend of the manosphere leading to divorce.
I think this is absolutely fan-fucking...
Isn't it? Oh, no. You swear all you want. Guys, we'll do like 90 seconds. This is fucking amazing. This is amazing.
I think this is fantastic. This reminds me of my father of mine when he was the one who actually filed for divorce, right? Back all the way in 1981 when he was like, we ain't playing this dumbass game. No.
Good. Yep. And guys, even the male feminists and the betas and the simps, they still have that little voice in the back of their head telling them that something's wrong. Some guys need to get kicked in both testicles first before they listen to it.
Yeah.
But guys, I told you guys, this is why I'm always so uncharacteristically optimistic when it comes to the future. You know what I'm saying? Guys, we're winning. We are going to win.
Yeah.
Victory is our only option, and we're going to win by doing what we're doing now. The only outcome for us is victory. We will be just fine. You know what I mean? Okay. He said that one woman he represented told him that her husband had been injured on the job, unable to work, and started spending more time online consuming what Bayer described as radical ideas about gender. Please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
He started to express views about how their children should be raised that my clients just couldn't. He said, think about how insane that is. In 1930, 40, 50, it was the father's say. And he was probably said, I don't want my boys raised like girls. How about that?
Yeah.
And guys, what did she say? Of course.
How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
And of course, she started using my kids, right? Byron said that these men often want to represent themselves during divorce proceedings, animated by perception that the family court system is biased against husbands. It is. It is. Look at that, guys. They see this as a fight of their lives and that they're fighting the good fight on behalf of men and boys everywhere. They are. Because every time that we lose these young guys to this, you can be a transformer, right? You can blow other dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's a blow against the rest of us men. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? Pause, right? Bayer said that this can make it hard to have practical discussions over important elements of divorce, like child support and parenting schedules. Their head's just not there. Neil Shishminsky is a professor of English at Cambridge College in Sudbury, Ontario, who studied the manosphere extensively, saying it's a misogynist movement that feels that the feminism has won. They're calling us misogynists, guys, right?
Wow. Well, of course, some college tenure professor would say that.
Yeah, of course.
Who studied the manosphere.
She says, they say that women have not just achieved equality, but now that women are in the driver's seat, and that this is wrong. And it's both natural and good for men to be in positions of power and leadership. It is! So the manosphere broadly takes the view that men and women should return to what is seen as traditional roles. No, guys, we say that, guys, it doesn't matter what they say. In times of hardship, we do return to our natural roles.
Yeah.
They're lying to themselves. We are giving them this fairy tale land where they can have different roles until they run it into the ground.
Yeah.
We're just trying to be proactive. Influencers who operate this sphere suggest the only thing that women are good for is sex and popping out babies and maybe picking up after you. Oh, who says that? What are you talking about?
Yeah, no one said that.
When these online misogynistic trends emerged a decade ago, it was really a movement of single men. The greatest predictor, somebody identifying it as a member of the manosphere, is that they had been rejected by a woman. Please!
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
He said that it's surprising to see it gaining traction among married men, and that shows how, guys, look at this soy boy. This is a so-called expert on the manosphere, guys, right here.
Yeah.
Right? Look at that.
He knows men. He knows men pretty well. He seems a little
That's what I was gonna say too. Like, look at that. This is a sign that the tendrils of the manosphere that I was talking about earlier are just permeating deeper and deeper in spaces that are mostly populated by men. What spaces we have left, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. Both Byers and Shishminsky see the manosphere as an issue driven by complex economic and societal problems to which influencers offers simple solutions. So the problem in their view is that men aren't men anymore. But women say the same thing.
Yeah.
Women say, well, there's all these feminine men and beta males. You're the one that created them in the first place. Look at that, guys. Look at that. You get laid off from your job because you're not manly. Your boss is not manly. Maybe your boss is a woman. Who says that? If we want to fix it, if we want to solve the problem, men just have to be men. You got to be that much more manly, that much more masculine, and that's who we slip in toxically masculine. There you go, guys. This is why we're going to look at the clip with Jeff, the guy that we're talking about, because you remember he told those chicks there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. There's only toxic people. There's no toxic femininity and there's no toxic masculinity. There's only toxic people. Yet, who is this goof? Scott Byers. Look at this guy.
Jesus.
Look at this guy.
See, these are people who have these fake professor jobs. Like, what do you think this guy, what do they study the manosphere? No, they didn't. They just formed an opinion and wrote this piece and got paid like a year's worth of work for this too.
Or they went to Reddit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what they did for like their research.
Yeah. So this is this goof, right? Byers noted that he knows that he's not a relationship counselor, but said he does have a unique view of relationships through seeing how they come apart. He said that couples may be able to get ahead of marital breakdown over misogyny by having honest conversations about what they're reading, watching, and listening to, meaning that the wife should police her husband. That's all. Look at that. It's not enough to salvage that relationship. It would at least allow people to catch this at an early stage and make educated decisions about if they should stay or go. As bad as her previous relationship was, Sproat hasn't given up on the belief that men can be uplifting, positive forces for their female partners. Why do men need to? What are you talking? So, guys, she's trying to find a wife. Think about it. A wife is supposed to be an uplifting and positive force for her husband. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's trying to find a wife. I do wish that there weren't so many men who subscribe to the ideas of public figures like Andrew Tate and the Manosphere weirdos, but there's lots that don't. Sproat feels like she can tell a lot about her wonderful, amazing current partner by his friendships. He and his closest friends are loyal people who help support their female partner's goals. I told you, they're their girlfriend's wives. What a joke. What an absolute joke. There are good men. You just have to find them. What a joke, guys. Well, guys, all we're getting out of this is, once again, guys, basically anyone who disagrees with us is a simp, a tradcon, a beta, or a male feminist.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
or wants to be a wife, husband. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't have to like necessarily agree with us, but you also can't deny what we're saying either. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't deny it.
But Snowboard, here's the thing. People never, ever, ever can disprove our talking points.
Right.
They talk about how we say it. They talk about what's said and who said it and how it's said, but not actual arguments. You know what I'm saying?